Give me auto tune on my voice. I think so. I liked it better with auto tune than reverb. I'm just fucking. I said auto.
Well, I have this new. It's called Auto Tune Access or something. It's basically like the blunt version of Auto Tune Pro, where it just gives you like that T-Pain effect if you want it. So what I've been doing is for like I'm doing an EP. So I'm doing weird shit to it though, like very hyperpop inspired and stuff. So the vocals are auto-tuned and distorted and all this weird shit going on.
You need to send me an example of hyperpop because ever since I didn't look it up, like
I'll send you the what do you call it?
The handles
playlist.
Yeah,
because it's got like 100,000 likes or some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's blowing up on TikTok basically.
TikTok.
Blow told me about hyperpop.
Mm-hmm.
And like I just got really into it. He's always fucking changing it and shit though. Like literally you just type in hyperpop with
and then that's it with the chick licking a knife or whatever.
Actually that one's different. Hyperpop.
The image on the playlist that he just showed me was some kind of an anime.
I think this is the big one.
Okay,
it's got like 150,000. It's like 9 hours long.
Nice.
But I was just fuck with it, dude. It really kind of started, I guess, with what Tom tells me with this. I think she's a transvestite, whatever the appropriate word to say it is Sophie, an artist, and apparently they're like the future. Like pop is going in that direction, very distortion and all that shit, and also 100 Gex, which is like these two really blonde people, and their voices are pitched up and distorted and like you know, like it's TikTok as fuck. How do I fucking send this?
I find it interesting that a whole like now people make songs like just for the intent of being TikTok famous. That's like been interesting to kind of just see the trend. You know, like that one guy, I don't like that rapper for anything. He's like, if you keep your pussy clean, just scream. I don't know, like it's
what?
Yeah, like, and there was this video, this TikTok of this chick with her mom in the car, and then her mom saying the lyrics. I'm just like, okay, wow, okay, TikTok. But it's like club go jumping na when I do it na pop it.
Dude, the lyrics are so obnoxious now, man. So ignorant.
I don't know, like nothing has like nothing to do with hyperpop or anything, but like just like musically, like that made me think of I was listening to DJ Khaled and like that song he did with Jay-Z and Beyonce. I put the top on the Maybach, like with Future in it.
Yeah,
I was like,
that was not too long ago.
No,
right?
It wasn't until I think it's on this album, like Father of Assad, and
his shoes are dope.
Yeah, but that moment you talking about like people making songs for TikTok, it made me think about like how people like that song so much. Well, listening to that Father of Assad track, the only part I wanted to listen to was Beyonce's verse. Like I didn't care for like Jay-Z. I definitely didn't care for Future. I'm just like, skip Beyonce and press play, and I'm just like, okay, I'm cool. Like I could have been okay with just a song with her, like without Jay-Z. Like that's how like I don't know. Like then again, like I said, Jay-Z's verse is cool, but like I've never really like been into like Jay-Z, and I probably need to just go back and listen. But I've been watching these I don't know, I've always been introducing like in producers and like like beat makers and all that stuff, and I started watching NPR series about like DJ Premiers, Nine Wonder, what's his name? Like all those guys essentially. And showing like how they sampled the track to do like this one track for Kendrick Lamar. It's like, and like he used like one of them, he used a Hiatus Coyote, this old track from like back in the days, and this song that sounds like a sample from this sort of like a South American ballad and shit. And he just took those three and just like made a dope ass track for Kendrick. And I was just like, that stuff just blew my mind. So I've been like kind of just looking into that and watching. And it's also interesting, just like in conjunction with, the podcast in general, just, seeing those guys, how they're thinking. And I think one of them, it was DJ. No, it wasn't DJ Premier, because DJ Premier, he's like old school. He's an old cat.
He got that. He's the one with that like really weird voice, right? Like talks like this.
I think
That
so.
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's cool as hell, man. Who did he? Yeah, he was talking about the track that he did for Jay-Z. He's like, what's like?
Oh, that was him? I thought that was Kanye.
Oh
No, that's fucking.
no, that is,
That's Kanye.
He did a song like that for Jay-Z, where like it had that sample in it as well. I can't remember. I have to go listen to it again.
Say, dude, that's like that's Touch the Sky.
That's Touch the Sky. Yeah, when I was
that album over there.
when I was singing, I'm just like, okay, that's Touch the Sky. But Jay-Z had another song that's kind of like that.
Maybe it was Kingdom Come.
I think
that one.
I think what does it sound like?
I forget.
I need to hear it.
It definitely had horns and
Yeah, like,
shit
and
going
so like
on. Or maybe it was Blueprint 3. Blueprint
no,
3
it was
the
Kingdom
shit.
Come. Yeah, because I think it was 2008. It was like
Kingdom Come was 2006.
Okay, close.
Da-da-da-da.
That was it. It was that was it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the song of it or what the fuck it was called. What out?
Show me what you got.
Show me what you got.
Yep, that was it.
That one, yeah, I got.
That's the one that DJ premiered. I was just like, dude, like just like stuff like that, like it, like and like that's what I was telling you this other podcast we were doing. Like, I didn't really care for that album that J. Cole put out, but we're just watching the process and like all the people coming in, and doing the track, how they were fighting for studio booth time, and just like, okay,
oh, the Dreamville.
Yeah, the
thing.
Dreamville.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Kendrick.
No, I was, but like, I kinda
this
just,
is now Dreamville.
yeah,
now.
but like just kind of like in conjunction, how like listening to a song, not just saying out of the context, but without knowing the story behind it. And then you hear different parts and you're like, okay, can I identify this part? And then you listen, and then like knowing the context of how things took place, it's like, all right, so that's the best verse he could put out with everybody, like, or you hear that and you're like, okay, really? Like, is it really the best verse that was out there? Or is it just because they wanted to promote that artist?
True.
You know what I mean? But going back to DJ Premier and like all these new producers and stuff, I'm just like, yo, that was I can't remember. I'm not that familiar with Kendrick's catalog.
Me neither. I
yeah.
like that unmastered, unmixed,
yeah,
jazzy thing he did. I fucked with Pimp a Butterfly.
Mhm.
I went back and really fucked with Mad City.
Mm-hmm.
And Damn is obviously dope.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know anything really previously to that.
Mhm.
There's a couple things, but just not familiar. 'Cause
Yeah.
You were living here, I think, when I was going back to Mad City.
I don't think so. I don't think I ever heard you go back to
I just
that
vaguely remember I was cleaning the house. And I was like, I gotta listen to some Kendrick.
shit. Yeah. Yeah, the track I think is like ba 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 ba. I'm just like, you hear like the stuff that he put. I'm just like, how do you think to use that? And he's like, he was playing that loop, and he's like, there's a lot of stuff going on in here, but we gonna flip it. It's just like, or just him talking about like, oh, Ludacris used the same track, so I gotta flip it. I gotta make it different. So like, just hearing that and then hearing him say, dude, like, I'm never really trying to make a beat or like a track thinking like, oh, this has got to be the best. He's like, dude, I'm just happy to do what I love. I'm just like, dude, that's like, and then it just happens to be that way. That was just freaking, that just seeing that is cool, So that's,
dude, little by little, I'm starting to see that, like, not overthink stuff. Just creatively, and it goes by a lot faster.
Yeah.
Like doing the first track on this EP with Jackson, I just had him over,
Mm.
and I was like, dude, don't even think about lyrics. I just want the fucking firest of melodies because your vocal's gonna be distorted like a motherfucker, and no one's gonna understand what you're saying anyway. So, like, obviously, me being me, I wanted to make sure it, makes
hit
sense.
some standards.
But like, dude, we finished it in like 20 minutes. It was quick tings.
Damn.
Yeah, so it is so relieving. It's so relieving too, because we can just chuck him in the booth and like experiment with his vocals, like crank the auto tune,
Yeah.
distortion, add some quiet. Like, this is weird. I can show it to you after.
I think that's the fun part about it, and I think going back to Stevie, like that's like the part that I like about that type of music, and I think to your point, like with what's it called again, hyperpop?
Yeah.
Like with that, like I think it seems like it's, even though it's interesting to have a genre that's coming up, but it's also like very fun at the same time, to where like
it's young as the
Yeah.
whole genre is youth.
Yeah.
Dude. Like the lyrics are fuck off. Like
Yeah.
it's just very catchy melodies,
Yeah.
high pitched vocals, and
Yeah.
distortion. It's kind of like back in the Marshmello Joy Time days, like the very playful sounds. Crank that speed up a little bit, distort it, add a Juice World type vocal on some of them, and then pitch like the tuning up on a couple of the other ones, and then you get like this hyper pop, like
Yeah.
fucking shit, dude. I'll play some shit after. It's fucking. it's just interesting, and what I'm doing is slightly different, but taking elements from there.
Yeah, I think that's cool. And speaking to like just the whole creating aspect, I've been doing the same thing to where like I and even in the process of creating, because like I've been in these 2-hour Tuesdays where I just like 2 hours put out something.
Hell yeah.
And I just work on something. So
is that what that I saw something you put out the other
Saint
day,
Augustine.
like Augustine. Yeah.
That was the third one. So like I've already
Cool.
This is like the third one of the series. So I'm just like, and honestly, I didn't like it.
Oh really?
I did not, because I'm just like, I had all these different ideas in my head, but then like the part that I like about 2-hour Tuesday is just like, it's not really about, the outcome is good, but it's not really about controlling what the outcome looks like. It's just about like, this is what I'm able to come up with in 2 hours, but also just like getting into that mindset of like, okay, identifying stuff that I need and knowing where my priorities are when I'm pressed for time. And I think that's overall what I'm trying to accomplish, while forwarding some sort of like creative juices and kind of just being more spontaneous, and then breaking that habit of just being like, oh, maybe I'll do it, and then just doing it. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to really break that habit. So it's been fun. I don't always know what I'm working on until like the day before.
Well, that's kind of cool.
You know what I mean? Like the only one that I knew I was working on, and what gave me the idea is when I told you Maradona, that soccer player, passed away. That's what gave me that idea. I think we were doing a podcast on Sunday. I'm like, this guy's like a god in soccer, and he passed away. Right. I heard that. I'm just like, man, like it hit me some type of way. I'm just like, I need to do something for that. And that's kind of just, for that one, I had to prepare because I didn't have the footage. I had to go look for stuff. So I was looking for pictures, and I'm like, okay. And the part about it is just like, I don't always have a time. Like, I don't know how long the video is going to be. So that's also the other killer, because like if it's 45 seconds, I'm like, okay, well, you can get through and maybe do more stuff. But if it's like 2 minutes, it's like, okay, quick. So think fast, don't dwell too much on shit that you can't figure out. So that's the part that like I'm really like struggling with, but it's cool. So, but what I also like about it is like, whatever I did, I can always go back and perfect. So I already have a project there that's already got a blueprint. I'm just like, okay, now that I have this raw project, where do I want to take it? And so I think that's honestly how, the content aspect of, Tadiko video would just keep growing, just because I have just so much stuff in general that, I just wait for the perfect inspiration to hit me, and I just feel like editing it when I'm like, well, I didn't feel like editing half these projects except for the first one. And then the second one I was very happy with. I pushed the envelope. It was like, I think I was at 2 hours and 30 just because like, no, I need to get the color correction right on this, somewhat right. So like I went above 2 hours, 2 hours 30, whatever. So but it was good. So we'll see what this next Tuesday comes about. I have no.
Fuck yeah.
I have no.
So are you like, you're doing it on Tuesday for Tuesday release next week?
No, for Tuesday release that day.
Oh, so you're busting them out in 2 hours and putting it out.
Yeah.
That's sexy.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Like literally, like the first one I posted at midnight on fucking Wednesday.
Nice.
It was like, because I got off work. Like I said, I got off work and doing stuff in the house, cooking, whatever. And then by the time, like, just jumping into that is just very, like, intimidating. You're like giving yourself 2 hours and kind of just, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. And knowing myself, I'm like, not necessarily want to say a perfectionist, but like, if the marker isn't hitting right, I will freak the hell out. Like, I'm like, nah, this cut not natural. And I will go back to that cut and be on it for a minute. And I'm just like, fuck, 20 minutes. Damn, I can't. So like, it's stuff like that.
It's cool that you're giving yourself a deadline with it though. Yeah. Like doing it strategically is good, especially like I'm not saying in your beginning phases, but like I guess for this particular thing, it's good to have deadlines. Yeah. So you have to get it in and out and stuff. Like if you're already practicing, you know what you're doing, and you're giving yourself deadlines, and you're not signed, then it's confusing to me. But I definitely like that you're doing the deadlines thing, and you're getting some shit out there. Like Blaylock just started doing this Real Wednesday thing. I only saw like a second of it. I think he's just kind of playing some beats or something, and then like kind of typing some information or whatever the fuck. I just like that name though, because it's the Reels on Instagram, REEL, but it sounds like real, like you're gonna say something real. Like I think that's a cool idea. Like, because Reels are only like 2 seconds long or some shit like that, So like you could just drop a bomb or something on Real Wednesday or something like that, man. You like, fuck this week, dude. And then it just ends. I think that'd be fucking hilarious. But that's just what I thought.
I have to go check out Blow Like stuff. I don't know if I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, baby. He's always he's working on fucking stop. He actually sent me a for one of the tracks I'm doing. I want to like this really piano chilled out like beat change, I guess. And we started fucking with it. I have Tom fucking working on it too, and then I sent him 2 of the tracks also for Sarah, his girlfriend, to write over if she was feeling any of them, and just Kanyeing this shit like fuck up, you know, like the best idea will win. Like if I don't like the song, then I'm not gonna use it, you know. But and in terms of production, also like I'm having Tom, you know, do some stuff to it and see what he can do, and then I might have someone else do something to see what they can do, and while I'm working on this thing, and I already kind of got rid of one of the tracks, and I'm gonna replace it with that banger I made, and possibly get EJ on there. And
is that on your EP?
The EP thing, yeah, I'm taking the advice and like. Not they told like Tom and Superb are kind of showing me the underground and like where all these big people are coming from and stuff. So I'm learning more about that world and kind of doing my own thing with it and not trying to make like the next commercial thing or whatever the fuck. I'm just creatively having fun with it because nothing on this hyperpop playlist is like gonna be top 40. I mean, it could be popular and blow up in a cult way, but. With this, I think it's also just like building the catalog too, because that's what we're trying to do. Like even as a record label and publisher now, and all that.
Yeah, I heard
stuff.
that.
So we also got accepted on Label Radar as a record label, which is fucking cool. Because me and Dylan talked with one of the co-founders like over the summer, and I decided to apply as the Upstate Sound record label, and we got accepted. So we can cruise through like 3,000-4,000 fucking submissions and see if anyone wants to like release
join the
rest
rest.
Yeah. And not as like it's per song too. So I'm already like talking to Song Trust also trying to figure out how that works because I want to like do like a 50-50 deal with them. We release it and we do marketing and stuff for it, but I also want to do like a co-pub deal with it because that'll add to the catalog. And that'll add to like songs we can pitch for music supervisors and you know song plugging and shit like that. So it's like a way to build the roster. And I also like applied for like Submit Hub and shit too, but they said not yet. You guys are relatively new. We just need you to do a few more releases first and then apply again. Okay. So I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Because Submit Hub, I think, is like the biggest out of all of them. Label Radar, I think, is number 2 right now. I like their platform a lot better. Like their app is like Tinder for fucking submissions. It's fucking cool. Like you swipe right if you like and left if you don't, you know.
Dang.
And what's cool is that like they only give you like you can ask or like you can listen to more of it like on Spotify or wherever the fuck, or ask to listen to more of the song, but you only get like 20 seconds of the song to decide if you want to, you know, go for it or not go for it.
Interesting.
Which truthfully, dude, like you should know if it's like if there's potential within 20 seconds.
Really?
I can
So?
I can figure. I've said nope, fuck that, nope, garbage, nope. You know, like I can tell.
How many times you said no before you said yes, though?
I went through few hundred. I put in because you can put them in a short list apparently. So I put like 60 in a short list. But like, dude, out of those, like, say 3,000, maybe 10 are probably dope. Damn. Like, but that's the game, dude. So me and Perb are gonna go through it, or I gotta give Superb like the app because he's you know A&R and all that fucking shit. And
so you can have him go through it, yeah.
So yeah, he'll go through, and then you know he can show Tom, see what he thinks, show me see what I think, and then move forward on whatever we're really vibing to.
And then at that point, do you just reach out and like see if they have songs that they want to release through your umbrella? I guess.
So you like I know as an artist how to use it. So like when I submit to promoters, because I already released the song. So if you're trying to release under a label, it can't be released yet. You're submitting a demo, basically. As an artist, as Davey with like Leave the Lights On and shit. I was just sending it to different like YouTube promoters and shit, and if somebody liked it, they just start a conversation with me like in the messengers, and they're like, hey, we like your shit, you send your information and all that fucking stuff, and then they just chuck it up on YouTube, which is cool. And I think that's similar to how the label stuff works. but typically with a label, they're like signing that song, so it's probably I don't know how like the ownership stuff works or like the publishing stuff like that works. Some labels don't give a fuck, some do. You know. Also, if we're gonna sign somebody, I'd probably like everything that we offer. We're gonna do a video where I could remix the track and make it slap a little bit harder. Maybe that's something that we offer, you know, because if it's getting released under Upstate, then it needs to have a certain quality to it. You know, it'd be dope if I didn't have to do that, but we also have to build our following too, just so we're a little bit more, you know, like, oh, I want to release with these guys because they have a lot of people. You know, we're in that beginning stage, and it's like I'm actually surprised we got fucking accepted.
No, that's good.
Yeah, but the only reason I even applied was because like some of them had like 70 followers, and I was like, what the fuck? You know, like, so I don't know if they're like just building their Label Radar is building their roster of labels on there or whatever the fuck, but like it's cool. Fuck yeah, I love what they're doing, dude. Like, shouts to Derek because we were talking to him. He's the co-founder. But he actually messaged back because I was you know, like sometimes in the options when you're applying to something, you'd be like, you can tell us about yourself or like, why do you think you're a good fit or something. You know, I just said my like whatever, and I was like, yeah, me and my brother were talking to Derek. He was really cool. We love what you're doing and all that stuff, and it's helping out artists and stuff. It's basically like an A&R tool for us, which is dope. You know, so I'm learning like even other apps. Like apparently Ian Dior's got an app right now that's like tilt switch. I don't know 100% what the fuck it does, but you can put up your songs, like videos you have, and I think it's like a reach out thing to like other producers and musicians and stuff. So I was just thinking that could be like another A&R tool or something like that.
Interesting.
But no idea like how to use it just yet. Looks cool though.
Yeah. I was when I was at the barber, because like I told you, like my barber, like he told me about the baby, like before, like, you know, he was the baby right now. He was like rapping about hood shit.
I hope he doesn't start tattooing his face up, man. I saw that one that he has right here.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
He a good looking kid, bro.
Yeah.
Like I think he's fine the way he does, and like the grill and like the shit like that. You know, like I love that. His flow is awesome. But, like even Posty, I wish he didn't like tattoo his fucking face up.
Post messed up right there.
Yeah.
But when I was at my barber yesterday, I'm just like, I told him about the podcast, and I'm just like, if you know some artists that are trying to get some clout, I'm just like, let me know and whatnot, because I'm like, then tell them like we're like kind of like being selective, but overall that process I guess can happen on y'all's end, being like, yeah, no, we're not having this person or yada yada.
Sure.
But at the end, it's just promotion and kind of just putting the name out, you know. So, and if people are just interested in seeing it, like you're like, okay, well, shit, maybe I might want to be on this show. And then at that point, you know, that's still an audience that, you know, just keeps up with, you know, who shows up on it. So you can probably just flip it into just going from someone that wants to be on the show to someone that's actively watching the show. So,
yeah, we're gonna try to for next season, like next year, we're definitely gonna be working on some segments and like definitely try to make the show a little better, because like production wise it's as good as it's gonna get. Which I want to thank you also for helping out with the editing and stuff. Like I know from my perspective, I don't know how much goes into video editing. I don't, so maybe I'm a dick sometimes about it, but
I'm like, just to put into perspective, like that episode for like Tuesday, it's not a big deal. Like it's one shot, easy.
Sure.
But it's like, when it comes to editing titles, it's just very nitpicky and all that stuff. So it takes the time it takes. But like I said, once we like break down the segments and like saying like, okay, this episode is not going past an hour or 15 minutes, and then we have these different segments, and then like, okay, I'm not spending as much time listening to an hour conversation.
Sure.
It's like 30 minutes or 50 minutes versus like you remember stuff more, because after a while, because I was even watching, sometimes I go back on YouTube and watch some of the episodes just because I'm okay, what on this part that I'll omit, and then I can go back and fix it. Which, you know, like, you know, looking at episode 15 and then looking at episode 30, huge freaking difference. You know, like to me, it's like night and day. And I think one thing that I do want to incorporate is like have, maybe like create a playlist for MCDMC.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Of it doesn't even have to be like, you know, known artists, but just like underground artists who are like at some point I'm like, okay, I'll put this guy in the episode. You know, like, because I don't know if you've been listening or watching, but
Oh, I know what you're saying.
but like some
Interesting.
of this last episode, I kind of just put Haru out and kind of just like, okay, their album came out.
Sure.
But then when he was talking about drill, I just went on YouTube and just kind of listening to like a bunch of different playlists.
Yeah, just
and
found a drill beat.
well, no, I found this artist. His name's Ballistic, Ballistic Fee Sav, and I think it's called Bring It Back. I liked it. Like I would listen to it,
Sure.
So I'm like, well, I just got to keep at 15 seconds, and then just went for that and put that in. Now for us, I don't know what that means in the long run, but ultimately, like to me, I even put this, what the song looked like, the name of the artist, the song, and just put it in there. So to me,
That's
it's
cool as fuck. I say keep doing that.
you know what I mean? Like I kind of just have it pop up right there. What I need to figure out is just like levels. So I'll probably have to just like look like even after this, kind of just like listen to him. Like, okay, level wise, does it need to be higher or lower? But at the end of the day, like I think that's just a nice touch to kind of just even get those artists interesting in the show, because you never know who's going to be on it.
Yeah, dude, could do a Zoom call with someone from UK.
Yeah,
you know
what I mean. So it's just like you can definitely like build bridges with people. So I'm just like, I'm gonna keep doing that, just because it was just one. It made it fun for me, just because like, okay, it wasn't just quiet. And like, there's one part he was talking about boom bap. I went on YouTube, listening for boom bap, and literally the first song I heard, I'm just like, this is what I want. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the right cover, but I think it was called I can't remember. Shoot, I was watching it last night, but it was like literally it was perfect. Like the song, like even the way it started, it's like I love boom bap, lo-fi. Like I'm like literally on that right now. That's like all I listen to.
Boom bap shit.
Yeah, like they say lo-fi is boom bap, and I think I agree, but I think some of the boom bap can be like a little dark.
I feel like boom bap is just a made up name for 90s style fucking
it
hip
is.
hop beats.
Yeah, it is, but like like the revamped version of it is just lo-fi.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but listening, I kind of just went online and tried to listen to just some boom bap stuff, and I'm like, this is very dark. I'm not really into that. It kind of it hit the same way, but like it's one of those like if I don't have a rapper on the track, I wouldn't just listen to.
Sure.
Versus like with lo-fi and like Big French saying whatever the new age kids need to call it, lo-fi, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm gonna call it because it represents what's the era now. And I don't know. There's just so much stuff in there that like I think I've mentioned it before. It enables me to think. Like even if I'm not actively listening, just having that in the background to me is just perfect. And with those episodes, like I said, I've been doing that a little bit more and more. And if I have an artist or if they mention it, and that's the part, like I don't want to always have to rely on them to say something to have that, but it helps. Yeah. But I think just if we have it played,
we're gonna be talking about that. We're having a meeting Sunday.
Yeah.
About all that shit. Which I do want to like when we all come back, like you involved, have a meeting also in terms of like how to production ideas, like just segments and all that stuff. Like 'cause we could have like where they just open up the show for 20 minutes and then we turn off the cameras and then let them cool off and then now we bring on the guest. You know, like more structured.
Yeah,
so,
well,
but I mean, like again, like there's only so much we can do.
Yeah,
so it's their show too. So.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the discussion, seeing what's available, with time, because like overall, the fact that we're so far ahead, in terms of episodes, and like about to shoot one this Sunday, and then we still have episodes.
Actually, we're gonna cancel this Sunday one. So
yes,
yeah,
it's like
we have a meeting and we're gonna chat about some stuff first.
Oh, cool.
Because we're ahead. We got a few episodes.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm just like, man, we ahead, because you posted that one that we just did this Tuesday.
Yeah, the SETI one comes out today. French comes out Tuesday
next
week.
Okay, cool.
And then we still have
there's a few. I can't
34
remember.
34 and 35, which will take up the 2 weeks that
F 33
that we're
as well.
gone. 33. Who's the 33?
I don't freaking remember.
Word.
I honestly do not freaking remember.
I do want to like shrink it up a bit though, like because I like our stuff coming out sooner. But I know it does help you that we have a bunch to go off of. But just in terms of for current event type things,
Well, the one thing that, like I said, that episode that we put out on Tuesday, the length I was able to put it out.
Yeah, it was 20 minutes or something. Quick
but,
things.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if it's like within a specific spectrum to where like I can just knock it out.
Sure.
that's the part that, helps me as well, because I was having some issues when I was editing that episode, and I don't know what the hell was happening, and it pissed me off because I was done cutting it up. All I had to do was figure out what to throw in there. Well, my software decided to do something weird too, like when I went to this camera, which is like the one, let's call it stage left. I went to that camera and it'll be blank, but I see the footage there, but it's showing as blank. And it's like, what the freak? So I re-edit the whole thing. And it's like, you know what? Screw it. I don't have time to mess with it. Press for time, going off of 2 Hour Tuesday. All right, let me just re-edit this thing. And it was quick. Like I said, boom, 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 done. Same thing. I'm just like, okay, I'm about to throw this computer out the window. And so I kind of just found
the PC.
Yeah. So I found a fix. And I was just like, but the weird thing is, so like what was happening is like, okay, now I have to go off of the main track, because usually I just line them all up, synchronize. Just hit the mic. Usually I just line them all up, yeah? And then I line them all up, and then I just bring it into this one multicam editing, which, think about it as, for concerts where like a video director has all his cameras there, and he's like, I want this camera, and he punches it and it goes live. That's how I've been editing lately.
Sure.
Instead of just going on the whole thing, cutting one, like not showing it, going to the other side, cutting it, so you can see how like those two like are just night and day. Like you see the shot, I take it, it goes live. Well, when I would take that shot, it wouldn't go. So I had to go back to the original track, find that section, and cut it there, and bring it in, and then match up the mouths and shit. So I'm like, I can't do this for the whole thing. But for some reason, that fixed it. Literally just taking that one footage, put it where it was supposed to be, and then it fixed it. I'm just like, I have no clue what's happening, but I'm going to run with it because I don't have time. But like I said, once we segment it, if they're all like within, like if all the, the recordings are like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever, and it's just like one solid take, done. Like that part is like, it helps me as well, because it frees up time to where I can, work on stuff that I potentially want to work with. You know what I mean? And I think that's been the at one point was starting to get frustrating, because like with the way it was editing, it was taking me way too long. And I was getting frustrated because I couldn't work on some other stuff. I'm like, okay, I got ideas on this for like, just for me, but I couldn't necessarily like dedicate as much time to it, because I'm like, okay, I want this to be good.
Sure.
And I guess that's that.
You just said we're finding your formula.
Yeah,
for it. That's what I had to do with the beats for 3 months.
Yeah.
Figure out the way that like what's the most efficient,
exactly
time friendly way of doing this.
Yeah.
Cause like, so I like knocked it down to like an hour
Yeah.
per beat, less depending on the stems. So you're just in that moment.
No,
right
for
now.
sure. And
when'd you come on? Like early 20 episodes?
15.
Been here since 15? Fuck.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, episode 15. Ashley Autumn and G. What's his name?
Right. Yeah.
I've never.
That was the day that it was just I said sorry to everybody. I was a dick.
Well,
that day.
actually, that's the first episode that I had 3 cameras shooting. The very first one was the one before that, episode 14,
yeah.
where I didn't even know. I was kind of just coming here to see what was being done, and then ended up thinking, and like, okay, well, here's a camera. And it's like, wait, what?
Right.
And it's like, all right, I guess we'll jump in and whatnot. So yeah.
You're very professional. Clap, 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 clap.
I'm just like, okay. So, but yeah, I think overall it's been an enjoyable process, just because finding ways to be creative, because I used to think that it needed the utmost biggest thing. And I think one of the episodes where I was really trying to find how to make it as, interactive as possible was the Yours Truly Jay episode, where that one I probably did too much. Because like I said, I was still trying to find what interactive meant or interesting.
Sure.
But then at that point it meant just a whole lot more stuff for me, so I'm never going back that way. But just also paying more attention to the stuff that I'm watching, because I don't, and you tell me if that happens to you. Do you ever feel like sometimes you're just like on cruise control, not really paying attention to stuff that's happening, even though you're in it?
As I'm working on something?
Just in life in general.
I can be in cruise control sometimes, yeah.
I feel like so going
like
back,
when I'm mixing even the beats, like the hundreds that are sent to me or whatever, like I have a formula now. Like I'm not even thinking. It's like driving to the gym or work or something, where it's just like, oh shit, I'm here already.
Yeah.
It just becomes routine, and you just get there fucking faster. I can't really think of anything. I guess making like my eggs or something, like breakfast or something. It's like, I automatically think to do that.
What I'm referring to is like, and I'll use this example from tour because it happens a lot. And then there's moments I'm just like, wait a minute, what?
Do you just black up and the show's over?
Well, I wish. I wish I could just black out and it's like, oh, the show's done. Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, sometimes it did feel like that. But no, like we're like all hanging out, yeah, and talking about stuff, and people are just like, oh, you remember that one time when we were doing this and this person said this, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, T, you were there. I'm just like, what? I'm like, I have no recollection of any of that.
I mean, that could just be like you just weren't interested in whatever
you know what I mean?
Going on,
yeah, but it's just like
that happens to me a lot.
And I'm starting to worry about myself. I'm just like, okay, do I live most of my life like this to where like there's stuff happening around me and I'm just like, don't care, not interested?
Buddy, it's the way it is, man. If you're not like. It's the whole thing with like ADD and shit like that. If you're not interested, you're just not interested,
yeah,
bro.
Like,
do something you're interested in.
Well, like or even like with the smoke control beeping, I didn't hear it. Like I was in the house. Courtney said I heard it several times. I'm just like, I have no freaking clue what this is.
That's also focus too. You might have been just extremely focused on something.
I know.
Like I can be that way with like I walk by people at the grocery store I fucking know and don't even say hi because like I'm there for eggs. That's it. That's it.
Who are you? I'm here for eggs.
Yeah, like I'll walk by. They might even say something. Like, oh fuck, I know you. My bad. How you doing?
Analyzing face. Not egg. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
And then I come back and realize, I needed bagels. Like, fuck. Because, like, my mind was like, I don't have peppers, I don't have eggs, I need to go get that. And I didn't realize, like, everything else.
And then it's that person's fault.
Yeah, like, fucking A. No, I still would have left even if that person wasn't there, dude.
Yeah.
I walk fast, dude. I walk with purpose. A lot of people think it's like, why are you angry? It's like, no, I'm on a mission right now. Get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
You haven't seen somebody walk with purpose? Like, fuck.
Yeah, just like, move.
Yeah, get out of my way.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I guess okay. I'm feeling a little bit better now.
Hell yeah.
I was like,
people will get out of your way too if you don't look at them.
Yeah,
like when you're walking by and someone's in your I'm tunnel vision, like fucking Morpheus from that Torque motorcycle movie. You remember that shit?
No.
Oh, the King of Cali thing.
No.
Lawrence Fishburne. It's pretty cool, dude. It was probably the coolest motorcycle movie, I guess.
Oh, okay.
It came out like back early 2000s or whatever.
Yeah.
I fucks with it. You can watch it, but like
Okay.
he was the winner always because he had tunnel vision. Like he literally everything would be blurry on the outside, and there was only like victory and shit. Like that's how I get when I'm fucking focused on something.
When he's looking for eggs, that's how he gets.
I need them fucking eggs, bro.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna be. It may be very vague, but you saying that reminded me of this movie where there was this black car riding around. I don't know if it was killing people or like just like racing people and bad things were happening.
Like a Stephen King movie or something?
I think so, but I think it was a horror movie, but the guy was driving the black car. And all I remember, and I was young too, but all I remember is that car on the fucking highway.
Oh, was it Wraith with Charlie Sheen?
Maybe.
I'm
Pull that up real quick.
I remember seeing that with Dad.
Because I have that movie stuck in my head and I need to watch it.
Because he'd race somebody and then they would die.
I think that's it, dude. I need to know what the name of that movie is because I want to watch it.
Wraith.
I've been thinking about it. I'm just like, I have no clue what that movie is.
It's old, right?
Yeah, it's old.
Yeah.
I'm just like, old. It's not black and white, but like, yeah, that's a car.
It's like some space-looking car.
I think so. Yeah. That's the guy.
Yeah, he races against like a Corvette from the
That's
70s. Yeah, I can't believe I remember that.
Holy cow! That's it. I finally found it.
Yeah, dude, that was like one of Charlie Sheen's early things.
Oh, dude. Yes.
From like the 80s.
I need to find this movie then. Wraith. The Wraith.
You probably fucking stream that shit somewhere.
Yeah, hopefully. That's what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah, dude. He was, I forget what he got like a 30 on Rotten Tomatoes. Even the fucking, what is it, Metacritic or whatever? Is that like the normal people one? I don't know what the popcorn version is.
I don't really know.
Only made like 3.5 million.
Damn. What score did it have on Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, wait, no, that's worldwide. It made no, never mind. It's 36 on Rotten Tomatoes. Came out in 86.
Okay.
Yeah. Interesting.
Going on that.
That was an actual concept car. I think Dodge did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I really liked the car, and I think that's what like really like stuck with me like all these years. And I couldn't like whoever I would bring it up to. Probably didn't talk it to a lot of people. I mostly thought about it. Never really vocalized it until now, really. or either whoever I brought it up to just didn't know. So I'm glad I finally asked you because you probably watch more movies and pay more attention.
Well, Daffy shows us like a bunch of old movies, and then I'll find an old movie that like he was like, oh yeah, I remember that. We could watch it when you get back or something like that. Because he got like a shit ton of old VHSs back in the day. Like we watched all those fucking things. Like I'm surprised. I can't believe I know this. Can't believe I know this. Like holy shit. Like my mind went straight to Knight Rider, but I'm like David Hasselhoff ain't fucking killing people in that show, so it's not that.
Okay, so you may know this one as well. There's a samurai movie where there's like a group of samurais and they all have different specialties. And I think they're fighting this one kingdom or whatever. And like, I think there were 7 or 11 of them. I can't remember. All I remember is a fight in the ice. It was like snowing and they got ambushed and it was an avalanche and then they lost some of them. But like all of them have different styles. Well, I think one has a hatchet, but he's a Ronin. He's a like samurai as well. All have different specialties.
Recent or that old too?
It's not old. It's like in the 2000s. You know,
I don't remember like a multiple samurai movie.
Everybody keeps saying 47 Ronin, but I see the cover. I'm just like,
that's with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I'm just like, it doesn't. Like the lead guy, I don't want to say it was Tom Cruise, but someone that looks like
Tom Cruise is in a movie called Samurai.
Yeah, he is.
That movie was actually dope, dude. I grew my hair out because of that movie and Point Break with Patrick Swayze.
Was Point Break more recent?
No, that was like the 80s.
Okay, that's another thing.
Patrick Swayze dead now.
Oh,
shout out to Patrick Swayze.
I guess I have to figure out who he is. Maybe I'm so bad.
You've seen him, Dirty Dancing.
Which one?
Are they made more than one?
I don't know.
Oh, I only know the Patrick Swayze one. Did they remake it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up
I'm
real
so
quick.
bad.
Dirty. Ghost.
Maybe.
Fucking Christ, dude. Uncultured. Fucking. Yeah, Dirty Dancing. Come on, where's the fucking cover? Dirty Dancing.
Oh. Okay. Did they sing in that movie?
I don't remember.
It's like I don't want to say it's on par with the song with Hairspray.
You know Dalton, my brother?
Yeah.
His name is after a movie, a Patrick Swayze movie called Roadhouse.
I think that's my Courtney
Roadhouse.
was making me watch. Well, not making me watch. She was watching on TV. And
yeah, it's not like she's like, hey, Jay, open your eyes.
Watch freaking TV.
Yeah,
We're watching
love
this.
it. You'll watch it if you love it.
What's the other movie? There's a movie. It was like a rom-com. You remember Nick LaBelle, yeah?
Nick LaBelle from Belmont?
Yeah.
I recognize the name.
Yeah. He looks like what's the guy's name? Everyone would compare him to him, and I would honestly agree. What was the movie? There's a movie I think it was called The Notebook, from where the guy like met this girl and he built her perfect house, and then they went to
The Notebook is with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, that one. That's the one.
I never saw that movie, actually. I should probably watch it.
I watched that movie.
Remember this scene? Ghost. Oh, my.
I remember this guy, but
darling,
and I know the song.
Oh, for your touch.
Interesting.
Hello. I think it's a
Whoopi Goldberg. I think I have seen this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Probably have.
Probably.
Yeah. There's another movie. Looking at this makes me think of
Whoopi Goldberg's in it.
Yeah. It makes me think of another movie where these kids I think it's not like a kids movie, but like there's one of the songs that I remember is like, you gotta walk like a man, talk like a man.
Oh,
like a man
that's
like
not
you.
Greasers or
it's not
with
Grease.
Travolta. Is it?
It's a bunch of kids. I know it involves.
There's Footloose. That's a singer.
Yeah,
that's a singer.
It's not
one,
Footloose. It's not Hairspray.
Not Hairspray. Fucking the Greaser one. What's the old one called?
Yeah, Grease.
Grease. Is it called Grease?
Yeah, I think so.
Why do I think that's not the name of it?
Maybe
the one with John Travolta from back in the fucking day.
Yeah, I thought it was Grease because of the hair grease.
I'm looking at it. I'm pretty. Yeah, you're probably right. It sounds
he
wrong.
He doesn't believe me because I'm not.
I'm also thinking of like Outsiders too. It is called Grease. 78. Yeah.
See,
yeah.
ding,
yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
I gotcha.
See, exactly. I'm like,
yeah. I think that song is from that.
Maybe it is.
Honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen Grease, to be honest with you.
I've no. I mean, obviously, know that you don't want a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the songs in there were cool. But actually, going off of that, I don't know how if you ever watch like Christmas movies. I usually
Hell
don't.
yeah, we do it every year.
Okay, I didn't know like if you like.
I'm actually pumped to see Christmas Chronicles 2 with Kurt Russell when I get back.
Oh,
Because
cool.
we saw the first one. It was pretty dope. Kurt
Like,
Russell.
on
You know who
Netflix?
Kurt Russell is? It is on Netflix, yeah. You know
Maybe
who
if
Kurt
I see
Russell
the
is?
face.
He was the
Was he the original like Santa Claus? Where there was the one like where he had this fake Santa Claus that his face looked like plasticky, and then there was a
No,
real
that's
one.
Tim Allen. That's
Okay.
that's just called Santa Claus, I think. That was like the OG, you know, he falls off the roof and dies and then Tim Allen takes over.
Yeah, I really like that one.
That one can't, yeah, that one's a classic.
Yeah,
This one's like a new classic. It just was a very
dark.
nice movie. There was nothing dark about it. I honestly can't remember what it was about, but just Kurt Russell was Santa Claus and it was cool and his jacket was dope as fuck. I'd rock the shit out of it. But the second one it just came out, so I gotta probably watch that with like G-Ma and shit back then.
Nice. Yeah,
you
you
know?
tell G-Ma say hey when you go up there.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, Mom's been working on the house too, so working hard on it. Which she always sending me pictures and stuff.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm like I really, really wish I could go back to North Carolina. But
How's North Carolina? Are they locked down or are they chill here?
I think no, they're about the last person that I spoke with at work was saying that they're going back in some weird of lockdown or curfew, which I'm just like, I don't know. Like before we get into that topic, watch Jingle Jangle.
I think I have seen Jingle Jangle. Jingle Jangle.
It's on Netflix. Just most recently it came out.
Oh, maybe I haven't seen it then. Sounds older. Not Gangle. Jingle Jangle.
Jingle Jangle.
What is that fucking robot thing?
Dude,
It looks like Johnny Five. You remember Johnny Five?
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, but I think you'll like it.
Oh, it's the dude from fucking Key and Peele?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's in there.
That's probably funny as fuck.
It is like so far like because
I know him, too. I can't remember that
yeah,
dude's name.
something. God, I'm so bad with names.
Yeah. Whitfield? Is it Whitaker?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about with the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good, man.
Dude, everyone's like eating up this fucking Christmas stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to do a song with Blow called "A Very Funk Christmas" because he does like the funk, like that funk genre. Maybe next year, but
Yeah, dude. I started watching that movie last night. Courtney was like getting off work. We couldn't finish it. I'm like, dude, I'm into this movie, man.
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
what's it about?
It's about the greatest inventor. Like he's a great inventor, and he finally found a solution to like I don't know much about it, but just overall, it seems like from where I'm
Is it a movie or a show?
It's a movie.
Oh, okay.
He had this creation that enabled him to put life into his toys. And whatnot.
Sounds scary.
And it was interesting to see. But Ricky Martin plays one of the.
Ricky Martin's in it? What the fuck?
I know. Like
Really?
You'll see.
Why? I mean, cool.
Yeah. Like it was interesting to see. So like I'm like, this is dope. I like it. And I don't know if you've noticed that, but like a lot more movies are incorporating Spanish in it now.
Interesting.
Like I'm noticing that, which I love. Just because like they
Translated, right? I'm not trying to.
No, they actually like sing it. They don't speak in Spanish. They just use words like pero,
yeah.
like no pero, like
Okay,
gracias.
gotcha, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so, like they throw in those words in there.
Interesante.
Yeah, exactly. So like I think that's pretty cool. Because that's something you would never really see. Like, and that gap is being bridged.
Truthfully, it's the only language that makes sense doing it here.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's only Spanish here. I
Yeah.
get why Europe speaks. You might know 3-4 languages because you're all fucking bundled up
Bundled up,
together.
yeah.
Like you could walk 2 feet and someone speaks German.
Exactly.
Here it's like English or Spanish.
Exactly. So yeah, I like it. I may keep watching it without Courtney because I feel like I was more into it. But actually, no, she liked it as well. She was just tired.
Yeah.
So that's one
That's
thing.
interesting.
Yeah, it's good, man. I think it's cool, especially with Key and Peele, whatever his name is. Like I like him, and I think he plays the bad guy. So his persona was and he's also his persona was an inventor that worked for the main character, that Rucker, whatever his guy name. He was the main guy. Well, he stole his invention and then went out to make it big, and then he lost the spark overall. And so like what gave him like all his inventions would like not work
Sure.
and whatnot. and I think his daughter plays a major part in it as well.
Interesting.
But I haven't seen.
All right, I'll watch this one over break. You watch Christmas Chronicles.
Okay, fair enough.
We can talk about it when we come
Converge back to talk about the movies.
Yeah.
You know,
I like Kurt Russell. He's the man. He was the Universal Soldier.
Universal Soldier, Kurt Russell.
He's done a shit ton of movies, dude.
I bet he does. American actor Kurt Russell. Oh, this guy. Yeah, didn't you say he's the one that passed away?
No, that's Swayze.
Oh, he's still alive.
I guess they kind of look similar.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they looking at his film just like he looks like the other
It's
guy.
the same motherfucking guy.
Damn, look at his hair with his mustache. What the hell is this?
Hell yeah, dude. You rock the shit out of it, dude.
I'm sure she's loving all that
Yeah.
mustache. She's like,
Wants
yeah.
a mustache,
She's
right?
like, yeah, I like it. That's literally
Roadhouse.
That's literally the face she has. She's like, yeah, I like it.
Fuck yeah, handlebars. I love that shit.
That's so funny. I should cry. That's so bad. Oh, you know what other movie I need to watch?
What?
Oh, okay. This is the Christmas Chronicle. I feel like I see it now. So this one,
Yeah, you may have seen it.
I haven't seen.
I
Courtney,
can't remember like anything about it though. I just remember he like something happened with Christmas, or he was stuck in our world or something. Like
Stuck in an
his
elevator.
fucking. Maybe he wasn't using reindeers anymore because they were using like something else to fly.
he's
the
in
fucking
Guardians of the
sleigh.
Galaxy.
Yeah, he's Igor, whatever the planet guy's name is, the bad guy.
I need to go.
Fucking Star-Lord's dad.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Sorry, like
Dude, he's everywhere, man. Like he's in Fast and Furious fucking 9 or 8 or whatever the fuck the last one was
That's
too.
also what I need
He's
to watch.
been in a bunch of things. He's not like the lead on
yeah.
a lot of things anymore, but
See that? Oh, okay. He played. He was in Elvis, or he was Elvis, I guess. It's so interesting to see like all of these movies. Like he was in Fate of the Furious.
yeah.
In 2017, Fox and the Hound. Damn. Oh, he was in Deepwater Horizon. I still got to watch that movie.
Deepwater Horizon. I don't remember what that was about.
It was it's about like you know those oil things that are on the water. One of them blew up basically.
Oh, is that with Wahlberg?
Yeah,
I gotcha.
he's in that one.
Mark Wahlberg always does like those. I don't know if I'm waiting for Uncharted with him because he was supposed to be. Have
he
you
was
played those
supposed to
games?
be-
He
yeah.
was supposed to be Nathan Drake,
Oh.
but they ended up going backward or like going back in time or something, like just a younger Drake.
Mm-hmm.
And now Spider-Man is Nathan Drake, Tom Holland,
Mm-hmm.
and Mark Wahlberg is going to be Sully, I think, just because they got older. You know,
Interesting.
personally, I don't really see Tom Holland as fucking Nathan Drake after playing all the games like in a row. Like he doesn't have that macho charisma. Like
And Tom Holland is the Spider-Man guy.
he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of
Didn't they say that's like they're not doing it anymore? Like, or
Spidey?
or
No, they got
did
3
Sony
coming
and
out.
Disney figure it out now?
They figured that out a while ago, bro. 3's like
And then where?
the trailer for 3 is gonna be coming out early next year or some shit.
Dude, I don't know how you felt about the Spider-Verse. I freaking love
I love that movie,
I
dude.
love
Fucking Miles is the
that
man.
movie, man.
So good.
Oh my, like I don't know when it came out. Probably like
Dude,
2019.
Peter B. Parker's probably the best Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he was real. He was dealing with fucking issues,
Yeah.
and Miles just growing up and learning how to be Spider-Man
Yeah.
and shit. Like I want to get the this Miles game for PS5 eventually. You know, not now, but it looks fucking dope as shit.
I didn't think anything of it. And then shout out to Hunter for really pushing me. He was one of the guys on tour, like the Rigger's son on tour, and he's like, yo, he's like, if he would call himself a superhero, it'd be Spider-Man.
Hell yeah.
But like overall, he's like, dude, I already watched Spider-Verse. It was so good. Let's go watch it again. You just went
Spider-Verse 2's coming out. I want to say it's like 2022 because it takes like 4 or 5 years to make that movie. So,
I'm so sad now.
it might be faster now, but
I was watching on Disney Plus. They got these little short stories, where like these like short animated series chronicles, where like they
is it the pig?
no they get just got like they go to a bunch of different directors and like they have to come up with their short story and all, but it's just like animated, and so they work with all the engineers and the designers and so it's interesting to see some of the concept that they come up with. One of them, which stuck to my mind, was this little girl that like did karate and all that stuff. But like she had all this long hair, And then she was supposed to go get her first haircut, but she was scared. So in her head, her hair turned into was doing kung fu with the guy cutting with the barber.
Nice.
I'm like, yo, this is sick. And then another one, which was probably my favorite, and it was also very funny, is this guy, he meets this chick and they're supposed to meet up together, but he goes bald. Well, there's a company that makes hair for you, but it's made by a bunch of Irish leprechauns, but in the mafia. So they go.
They're the mafia.
Yeah, they steal people's hair like the Irish mafia, and they're the one making hair. They're small leprechauns. But they go.
What is this again?
On Disney Plus. It's just this bunch of chronicles or whatever. But it's this short series that directors work on. Well, they go steal your hair. That they get a follicle of your hair or whatever, and they make a wig for you, and then it gets delivered, to you. You pay up, and then once you pay up, you get the wig. Well, the leprechaun guy took all the money from the guy. He's like, that's not enough. Give me more. And the guy just stole the thing. He's over there fighting the leprechaun, and like, dude, they're going at it. And then he finally gets it, puts it on his head, and then the chick walks into the door. She sees him. He sees her. Leprechaun steals his hair, runs away. Dude's bald. And then he's like, oh, damn, I'm not going to be able to get with this chick. And then she looks at him, takes off her wig, too. She had a wig as well, and she's bald. And then that was it.
Dude, that reminds me of on Netflix, there's this show called, Love, Sex, and Robots or something like that. You ever see? It's similar to that. They're 10-minute little mini-series of shows. They're each anime and an illustration is different per episode. It sounds something similar to that, where it's just weird.
Yeah.
There were some fucking weird episodes in that show, dude. I would definitely recommend it. You could probably cruise through it in a night. Okay. I would definitely recommend checking that out. But that sounds hilarious.
Yeah, I was losing my shit because I didn't want to. I started watching The Simpsons, and then Courtney doesn't like The Simpsons. I'm just like, babe,
so funny.
I'm like, The Simpsons is predicting the future. They're there's so many videos where people are like, dude, this shit on The Simpsons. Come on, The Simpsons already plugged in. They already know what's going on. This show's gonna be there.
God's show.
Yeah, this show's gonna be around when my kids are gonna be around, whenever the hell that's gonna be. But yeah. But that show is just hilarious. Just the stuff.
Is Davey gonna be Uncle Dave?
Not anytime soon, Uncle.
Okay, I'm just wondering. I want him to call me Uncle Dave.
Oh well.
What up, nephew? What up, Uncle Dave?
They'll call you Uncle Dave, all right?
Yeah. Did you bring my guitar? What the fuck not, Uncle Dave?
But yeah, it's just I feel like I just don't. That's the part where I love watching movies, and I can just sit and then just go through them and then get nothing done, and I have to literally fight the urge. And that's why I really just hate starting new stuff. I had to finish Bates Motel. I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I'm ridden. Good riddance.
Dill gives me shit for that too, needing to finish it.
Yeah. I'm just I need to finish it. Especially when it comes to TV shows. But one thing that I haven't finished is what's that anime that's on Netflix that you like a lot?
7.
Yeah, I didn't finish it.
Oh, bruh, it's so good.
Literally,
it's literally up there with Luffy and shit.
See, I fell off of it. I was watching this. I'm like,
I get it. If you're not into it, there's no reason to keep finishing it.
Yeah,
I like. That's what happened with Shameless with me. I cruised through 5 seasons, and then there was a summer break, and then I just couldn't get back into it. I'm sure I could if I wanted to invest. Dude, I'm picky with what I watch next. I research the next anime I'm gonna watch because I want to I get invested in the characters.
Yeah.
The last one I watched was I just finished Sword Art Online, dude. That one's dope, and it probably is cool because it's similar to Kingdom Hearts, the game. It's very similar. I wouldn't be surprised if the motherfucker just copied them.
Did you watch the Butler anime?
No.
There's a Butler one, something Butler. I can't remember.
An old one?
No, it's an anime. It's called just I can't remember. One of the guys at work was talking yo, check out something Butler. It's a cool anime.
I'll have to check that out. I'm on Blue Exorcist right now.
Oh, you just now started Blue Exorcist?
Yeah.
How you like it?
So far, it's all right.
Yeah, it wasn't it's some cool stuff going on in there.
Yeah.
That's when he has the guns or whatever.
His brother has the guns.
Yeah.
He's got the samurai sword that has this, Satan power in it and all that stuff. It's I don't know how to think about it just yet. I kind of just tried it out because it is rated as one of the top ones.
Yeah,
but so was Evangelion or whatever. But I couldn't get through that one.
You never got into Bleach, did you?
I never got into Bleach. I tried to get into Bleach. I just couldn't do it. It's almost too classic anime where I just like.
There's nothing more to. I love it. Like that type of stuff. I still remember Bleach, but the time that I stopped watching it wasn't the last season. So like I need to keep watching because like
I thought it stopped. There's still more.
Well, whenever it stopped, I was watching Bleach when it first came out. Like,
back in the 90s, early 2000s.
Not that close, but like, let's say like when they didn't have or didn't finish all the seasons. Let's just put it that way.
I just heard it was one of those shows that just it overstayed its welcome. It shouldn't have gone as long as it did. That's why I'm not starting Naruto because I know like I'll get sucked into that world and I'll be consumed for months.
Well, no,
just like fucking One Piece did.
It's one of those where you have to. One day you'll have to do it. You have to rip the Band-Aid.
Maybe like,
just because like it's.
I'll have kids one day. And
it's history.
It's like it is. It like, literally is like. The spawn of Dragon Ball Z, you know, like it really is one of those OGs of the next generation.
It's like one of those like, if to me like I don't consider myself like an anime head per se, but I love it, you know. But like I wouldn't be like, oh, this character did this, and I just love watching. I've always have, and it's always been just very entertaining, and at the same time getting a lot of lessons too, just from watching.
Dude, anime's got mad lessons. I think that's why I like them so much. We chatted about that. I think episode 1. Like,
several episodes. We're probably saying the same shit again.
Yeah,
but
like
we
the
just
morals in these episodes are like fucking like damn.
Yeah,
it's probably why they're ahead of us.
Yeah, I'm just like you have a show like this that talks to you about the value of friendship, that talks to you about the value of promises, or
not
like
giving up.
Not giving up, keep fighting. You know, like how all the odds are against you. Like, but then with some cool ass fighting scenes, and like dude, some supercharged moves. I'm like, I don't know, how do you not get into that?
Yeah,
you know, it's the most inspirational thing out there. And yes, you get the very pervy whatever, but
whatever.
Sure, that's just part of it.
That's literally just the Japanese culture.
Exactly.
Though. That's why I guess Sword Art Online was like banned in a few countries because of like some pervy things or whatever the fuck. Even though after watching it, I'm just like, not really.
Yeah.
But I guess there's some parts where it can be insinuated or just like jokingly. Whatever the fuck, but Sword Art definitely episode or season 1 of Sword Art Online was dope.
That's not on Netflix though, yeah. That's
it's on
animation.
Hulu, me tanks.
On Hulu?
Hulu.
Okay.
And dude, I just cruised through it because I put the ad blocker.
Oh yeah.
On
where did you get the ad blocker? Because I need that in my life.
How did I do it?
Yeah, where or how?
Oh, I think you just
do it
type
on your
in
computer.
I think it's just a Chrome extension. You can ask Dill. He fucking knows. He's the one to put it on. Like all I get is like the first ad of the show, and then the rest of them like I don't get ads for it.
I need to probably just put it on my computer and then like just stream it.
I do get like a fucking thing that pops up, be like, "Oh, turn off your ad blocker." No, our sponsor. Yeah, fuck yourself, Hulu.
They're sponsoring your video. I don't care. I don't want to.
Fucking rat's ass.
Well, then, like, dude, there's some commercials. Like, I don't know. I think I've told you I love commercials. Like some of them.
You like commercials?
I like commercials. I like to see like. Don't get me wrong. Let's say humidified commercial. I don't care. This medicine I don't care about those. Like I care about the ones that like. I'll watch probably one of my favorite commercials is not favorite, but like I like Geico commercials. And
the funny ones.
I like Geico commercials. Progressive
Doritos.
Went around Super Bowl. I don't see a lot of like Doritos commercials, but like there's even this commercial for like a Volkswagen.
They do some funny ones too.
Like the guy was just like, he has it starts up with this accountant and like he's the accountant to a bunch of, he's like, you should have my job of being a celebrity accountant and telling them they can't buy a Tiger because it's not safe. It makes sense, but they won't do it. So like just like stuff like that. And then his clients like calls him, he's like, where are you? He's like, I'm in Vegas. He's like, what? You in Vegas? The accountant goes to freaking Vegas. Yes, I'm looking for my client. He's like, I thought we had a breakthrough. He's like, yeah, I bought a Volkswagen. He's like, oh, that's it? But like, just the commercial, just the wittiness, how it's shot, I don't know. I just like it in general. So like just stuff like that I like watching. I never really mind it. Of course, over and over again, it's just, okay, I'm tired of the same commercial. Give me something else.
Every now and again, there's a cool commercial where it's like, oh, I didn't know that existed.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Interesting. But like most of the time, like it's YouTube or whatever, and it's fucking.
I like these little in Jingle Jangle. There's this one part where this one character comes in. I love subtle like innuendos. I freaking love them, and I probably have the biggest laugh. Probably laugh too much at them, like more than I should. But I just love it. But it's like the guy. There's this chick that walks into shirt. Well, hello, and dude, the names in that movie. I can't. The main character's name is Geronicus. I'm like Geronicus. I'm like
Geronimo.
I'm like, who in the world came up with this name? So like, I don't know, but like that girl, she comes into the, well, hello, Geronicus, and then you hear the sound effect, boing, like something in the office, like going to the creation, just go boing. I'm just like, oh my god, yes. And then there's another one they keep throwing it again. Like I love it, like little stuff like that. Like it's just like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, okay, I'm interested, you know, because like we'll watch a movie.
It grabs your attention.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
all
yeah.
strategic.
Yeah, well, like I don't know, like some movies, like, unless I'm in my mind frame, like, I'm just watching this movie just because I need to pass time. But if I'm wanting to watch something and I'm okay, we're gonna watch this movie, it needs to reel me in. I don't really care about this movie. I'm just gonna be on my phone most of the time, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just
that's
like,
how I am with shows typically. Like in this, it really captures my attention. I don't remember the last movie I saw. I think it was that Ad Astra one with Brad Pitt.
damn.
That was a fucking interesting show, though. You definitely should watch that. Or movie.
I didn't watch Ad Astra. I watched the other one.
It's actually terrifying.
Actually, I watched the one where he left planet and like 20 minutes out there was like 50 years or whatever. What was it?
Oh, that's Interstellar. That's Matthew McConaughey.
I need to rewatch that just because like at the time I went to watching the movies and I didn't really, not that I didn't pay attention, but like when it comes to science, when it comes to those movies, it's hard to separate what's actually a fact and then what's actually just, you know, movie fact.
Sometimes they have videos of going through like the physics of everything.
Yeah.
They did that with that Sandra Bullock movie, Gravity, I think it's called, with George Clooney was in it too. But they went through like a physician or something, not a physician, like a NASA guy or whatever went through and said, that would never happen. This would never happen. That's actually true, you know?
Exactly. So like stuff like that. So when it comes to movies like this or movies like that, I kind of just turn my brain off.
Sure.
And then watch the movie because I'm like, I have no, and if it's okay, gravity, that's what gravity does. But one part that always gets me in movies about the, you know, space, you wouldn't hear any noise.
Yep.
So I'm just like, that's the part to me. I'm just like, okay, that's where Hollywood is doing this thing. Well, we can't have a big explosion and have no noise. So why not?
Yeah, I get it, but like I do understand why they Hollywood it up. Like even with sounds underwater and stuff,
and even
like,
guns.
That underwater sound, like it's very high pitchy that travels. You know, the low shit doesn't really travel, but we always like take out we take out the highs and stuff because that's like what we perceive as underwater sounds and stuff, even though that's not how it works. You know, it's why like the dolphins are like shit like that because it travels.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but it'd be weird like to see that in a movie, and it doesn't like really portray the feeling of what's going on. So,
speaking of dolphins, okay, I was thinking about this. I don't know how you feel about reincarnation, if you even consider it that it's a thing, but if you give it a time of day, what animal would you reincarnate yourself in?
I don't fucking know.
Think about it then. I'm gonna give you some time. I'll be a dog.
I was gonna say probably a wolf.
A wolf.
Yeah. Because I still want to get my own shit.
True.
Cha-cha. A lion could be cool, but like it's very, you know, the safari over there is kind of.
Yeah, I'm like, and what inspired my decision is seeing the life that this dog is living right now.
Oh, your dog?
Yeah, I'm just like,
not having to worry about shit.
I'm like, you know,
could be a cat too. They less.
Oh, dude, you know what? I feel like my attitude as a cat, I don't know, I don't see myself more as a cat, but
I see you as a cat.
You see me as a cat?
Yeah, I see you like chilling on a fucking top of a door or something and just hanging out and just judging the shit out of people.
I don't know how to feel about that. It's like, you mere peasant. My food now.
Meow. Give me my food, meow.
Yeah.
Clean my litter box. Eat my shit.
Yes.
Human. Peasant.
And then now you can pet me. Stop it. I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not there. Not there.
Yeah, you know, now that I think about it, yeah, probably.
Yeah, definitely a cat. Because
nothing's
nothing's expected of you. Like with dogs, like, play with me, you know. Like,
yeah,
no,
exactly.
Cats can fuck off and it's fine.
Exactly.
And I always like that they fuck off, you know, because I'm not trying to be, you know, energetic all the fucking time. If I want to chill, I want to fucking chill.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's what you just said. It makes a lot of sense. But
I'm more of a cat person anyways, I think. Just because we had cats kind of growing up. So 2 of them, Dukes and Duchess. Duchess died. Shouts to Dutch.
Shout to Dutch. You know, I love cats. The thought of having cats in my house is frightening just because they have no law. They respect no law and no boundaries. And yeah, I'm not trying to have some.
I like cat videos though. Like some of them do some fucking annoying shit. Like that one where it's like in China or something, and the cat's like,
I don't.
it just knocks the shit over.
I know, just like
what the fuck?
It's like, don't do it.
Yeah. Fucking hilarious.
Cats don't like, cats are lawless. It's funny that now Courtney is like, oh, let's get a cat. And I'm just like,
get rid of the dog.
It's like, yeah, no, that dog is not going anywhere.
How old is it?
I think he's 6, going on 7.
He's still got at least 6 years, bro.
Yeah, he's still got at least 6 years.
Sucks.
So.
Shouts to Forrest.
Yeah, shout out to Forrest. Doofus. Like I said, his purpose is solely to be an emotional dog without necessarily having the props and the credits of an emotional dog. Like
if I get a dog, dude, I need it. Like it has to be able to fuck somebody up. If
exactly.
I need it to.
That's exact. That's like that's where we're like. I don't say.
That's why I don't like little dogs. They're fucking useless. Fucking useless. Especially the nice ones. They're not even alarm. No. Like. I want,
just lick
if I'm not there, I want it to fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. That's very much so where I come from. So like,
it's a fucking dog too. You stay your bitch ass on the ground, dude. Exactly. You do not come on this bed.
Exactly.
This is my throne.
Yeah. That's kind of like how I see it, and the dog community get me mad all they want, but like. That's the
dog
reason.
Community. It's a fucking dumb thing.
The reason why I said dog is because, and I need to be more specific. I would be a dog in America. Not anywhere else.
True thing.
Just in America.
You'd be on your own everywhere else.
Yeah, everywhere else, no. I'm not being a freaking dog. I'll be, like you said, a horse or something.
I just don't like it because they're like, it's like they're accessories now, and it's irritating as fuck, dude. Like, it's a fucking animal.
Yeah.
You know, like with what was that movie? Like when Superman's dad goes back and tries to help the dog, and then the dad ends up dying.
Yeah.
Fuck that dog, dude. Let that tornado eat that fucking thing. Fuck that dog.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah.
Fucking Kevin Costner would still be here. Or whatever his name. I forget his name.
Yeah. It's just like, I understand the family aspect. The dog is part of the family. You don't leave him behind.
I've also not experienced owning a dog.
Yeah.
I've only once in my life thought about wanting to get one, and that's when I was living by myself, like in 2014 for like a summer or a whole year, whatever the fuck it was. So I get the wanting a companion.
I think you would understand, like, because if you had a dog that did all the things that you want the dog to do, you would obviously want that dog to be around and probably try to do whatever you can to save a dog from being eaten by a tornado. Now, it's not saying you're going to jump head first, but you'll think about it, be like, okay, well, ain't no luck that I'm going to make it there in time and then get a little buddy and then dip out.
I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm not going back for a dog. I'm staying in my ass in the basement with my family. If the dog should have came, bruh. He knew shit was going down before we did.
Yep.
Motherfucker, he should have been in the basement first.
Yeah. And that's like, because dog knows that type of shit, and they know when something's going wrong real quick. And that's like sometimes like because I am very in tune with dog instinct. Like, like pay attention to like what they're paying attention to.
Use a puppy whisperer.
I don't try to be a puppy whisperer. I just more like say if the dog is like going somewhere and keeps sniffing an area and like keeps going back to one place, it's either there's something there or that there used to be ultimately. But like especially in the house, he'll go to some places and just sniff a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on?
I would say that probably like just owning an animal like a cat or a dog. What up, buddy? Just owning a cat or a dog like will keep like rodents out and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'll be right back.